I'm Becky Mitchell. I'm the Chief Exec of Quanterra Systems. Quanterra is a spin-out from the University of Exeter, focused on provision of ecosystem monitoring as a service. We focus particularly on monitoring carbon flows from the ecosystem to the broader atmosphere and vice versa. Recently, we've been working on projects in both the UK and the US, looking at trying to get greater understanding of carbon flows in projects focused on regenerative agriculture versus conventional agriculture, trying to understand whether the flows of carbon from the land to the atmosphere and vice versa are improved by taking different approaches to farming. We've got a number of our systems deployed across 10 different states in the US and a variety here in the UK. A number of our projects are initiated by researchers, whether they be researchers in an academic setting like a university or researchers within a large corporate that are interested in understanding more about how their commercial solution might impact upon carbon sequestration. So, for example, people that are inventing amendments to improve soil health, or people that are looking at understanding nature-based solutions to climate change as part of offsetting and insetting. So those people are interested in understanding how their projects are capturing carbon or otherwise, and so they need monitoring of those projects, and there aren't many technologies that are suitable for doing that on a very high time scale resolution, so understanding continuously whether carbon is being emitted or sequestered. Quanterra is a spin-out from the university that was set up in 2021, and we've now grown to have 9 employees in total. Mostly we're based in Exeter, but we've got people that work remotely from the Netherlands or from Edinburgh. And quite a lot of our work happens in the US, so most of our team actually end up travelling a fair bit to the projects out there. So when we were looking for a location in Exeter, we needed to be in a position where we could have something that coupled being an office with also being more like a workshop lab space. And we looked at various options around the city, and Exeter Science Park was great for us because we didn't have to worry about all the ancillary things that are important when you're setting up your first office. So things like utilities and all of that kind of stuff that you sort of forget about is done as part of the standard service. And so for us, we just needed to look at the space and would the space itself work, and everything else would be done as part of that service provision. In terms of location, we wanted to be really accessible for the city centre, for the university, and for the airport and the motorway, and the science park's well located for that. So at Quanterra, we anticipate growing fairly substantially over the next 5 to 10 years, and the option to be in a position where we can move from one location to another within the science park is also great for us, because we don't know when that growth is going to happen. We don't know when we're going to outgrow our existing facilities. So having that kind of flexibility of options is really helpful. We're an environmental monitoring business, and that means that quite a lot of our employees and team feel quite passionately about the environment and spend a lot of their leisure time doing things in the natural world. So being based in Exeter is really helpful to us, being close to the moors, being close to the sea, being in a position where we can access other places, big cities, quite readily is very important. And so having our headquarters here makes sense from a kind of personal leisure time position as much as from a work position.